In investing, I think you want to take a non-emotional view of things and assess, have things gotten better for cryptocurrencies? Or as Ashley, formerly of Fox News, stated to me on X during our debate today, has President Trump ruined cryptocurrencies? Because if crypto's ruined, you don't want to stick in here and stay invested if things aren't getting better. There's plenty of things we could put our money to. So we're going to look at both the good and the bad, try to have a really balanced viewpoint of all of this. Let's get into the report. But before we do, it was advised to me by YouTube's Gemini, on the back end here, that I switched to subscriber only for comments to try to clean up the comment section, get rid of the bots. So we're going to try this for a couple of videos, see if this works. My understanding, bots probably don't subscribe. So leave your comments down below. Let's get a lively discussion going. I want to hear your opinion on this issue. But currently, it's going to be subscriber only for comments. Let's see if that gets rid of the bots, because it's been a huge problem. So there's fair criticism of this administration. Make no mistake. We had a meme coin launch / rug pull that was not great at all. We had rumors that Qatar paid the president almost $500 million in cryptocurrencies. That's not great, is it? You know, we've had people front running various announcements from the White House, and this has happened both in traditional markets and also within crypto. You know, the president's getting ready to announce something, and all of a sudden someone makes a big trade. They know it's coming. This ain't great for trust. This ain't great for markets. And there's a lot of problems here. You have, issues with WLFI right now, the president's crypto arm, where there's a problem with Justin Sun, who paid $75 million for coins that he doesn't have access to right now. Did he buy those coins because he thought it was a good investment, or did he think it would buy favor with the president and his administration? All sorts of bad things as we go forward. But I think when we look at things from, a realistic standpoint here, we got the Genius Act passed, which, codified the rules for stablecoins. Massive. We had all the court cases that were dropped from Coinbase to Kraken to Binance. We have no more regulation by enforcement. We've seen a ton of ETF expansion, XRP ETFs, Solana ETFs. We have staking and Ethereum ETFs. And this is just going to open the way for a lot more investment capital flow in. We have Paul Atkins and the SEC. Also, the CFTC put out joint guidance, which back in the day, that's all we asked for. We just wanted guidance from regulatory bodies. We've gotten that within cryptocurrencies. Here shortly, we should have market structure bills passed. Like, a lot has happened. In her comment today on X, she says, nothing has happened good for crypto under this administration. And I think when we look at this, we are making good progress. Now, should we have some rules that government officials can't profiteer off this kind of stuff? Absolutely. We should have it in traditional markets as well. Government officials are the everyday definition of insider trading. They have all the info before we do, and they shouldn't be able to trade on this stuff. I don't deny that. But I think as an investor in crypto, you have to be bullish where this industry is going. You have to say, you know what, we're making progress. And where she stated that the president has wrecked cryptocurrencies, well, Bitcoin's up about 10% from where it was before the election. XRP's up about 3x. The market cap of all of crypto is about flat. It's about even to where we were. Ethereum's down a couple percent, not a major deal. So I don't think crypto's wrecked. We're getting a lot of important regulations passed, a lot of this regulation by enforcement cleared out. We're getting a lot of info from the governing bodies and the SEC, the CFT. So we are making progress, make no mistake. It's not perfect. It's not as good as we would like, but we are definitely making progress. And I think from an industry standpoint, we are getting more mainstream adoption by the day. We're seeing these various brokerages getting ready to add spot trading to their platforms as well. So I think when you look at this from a fair and balanced standpoint, yeah, there's some stuff we look at and we're like, that ain't good. We wish this administration wasn't doing that. But on the flip side of it, we've got an awful lot. And forward looking, we have a lot to look forward to in this industry. That's my opinion. I would like to hear from you down below, though. What do you think? Is it all bad? Is crypto wrecked? Or is it kind of a mixed bag, but we are definitely making progress? I want to hear from you. Tell me what you think here. Now, big announcement today. SoFi adds XRP, a milestone for mainstream banking integration. SoFi Technologies announced expanded support for XRP deposits, allowing users to deposit, buy, sell, hold, and track XRP directly within the SoFi application alongside Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. So this is a big addition for XRP. Not the kind of place that I'm going to buy crypto. Maybe you probably would not either as a crypto enthusiast, but a lot of normies, they'll be able to buy the asset here. And I like that you can deposit, You can sell, all this kind of stuff. You have full support. It's not some rinky-dinky thing here. Millions of SoFi users can now access XRP without separate exchanges, embedded directly into their existing banking infrastructure here. You think back to the 2021 bull run, you couldn't even go to Coinbase to get XRP. Now you can buy it in SoFi. When we go on a big crypto bull run and people look at this and go, what is this XRP stuff? What's this Ripple company? What's going on here? This is going to make a huge difference, and it's why we're no longer 25 cents or 50 cents, but all these additions, they add up, and it's why in kind of a bearish time, we're sitting at about $1.40 right now, and we could build off of that to something very, very significant, in my opinion. I think we're making great progress there. XRP ETF flows, they hit 2026 highs. Institutional momentum is building here, and that's what's important here. Net inflows last week, 55 million. April inflows in total, 66 million. We have over $1 billion asset under management. JP Morgan is forecasting between $4 and $8 billion. If we see $8 billion in inflows here before the end of this year, it's going to be huge momentum for XRP and this asset. I just can't wait to see it, and I think it'll happen. The Clarity Act, it's really now or never. Momentum for crypto market structures here. We got to get this thing across the finish line. And if eventually we look back and say this administration was successful with crypto regs and bringing the United States into the modern era of crypto rails, it's going to really depend on, do they get this done? This is the last piece. It has to happen. It gives us long-term protections here. In White House and pro-crypto senators, Loomis, Haggerty, they're pushing for this super hard. Banking lobbies are creating friction on DeFi custody provisions, but essentially they're saying they have worked through most of the problems and there's only 2 to 3 sticking points remaining. You better solve them. You better solve them quickly here. Come to some sort of resolution. We're running out of time. There's only so much time left in the congressional calendar to get this done. We're transitioning into a year where we're going to have midterms, and you just can't have this get across the finish line if it doesn't happen now. It is literally now or never. This is for all the marbles. It better get done. And if it does, it's going to be huge for crypto. Really interesting. SpaceX to acquire Cursor AI in a $60 billion deal. And this could really reshape the landscape of AI coding. Of course, Claude is really known as the leader in this space, but Cursor is huge, and you pair that with XAI. Might Elon be able to run down Claude? We will see big acquisition as we move towards an IPO for SpaceX. We will see how that plays out here. $292 million DAO hack triggers DeFi bank run. So we see Aave. Aave has had losses of $9 billion in only 48 hours. People are scared. They don't want to trust these systems. They're worried the collateral is no good. They want their money back. We're seeing tons of outflows as TVL collapses. Can crypto recover from this hack? It was a big one. It was a bad one. And it is affecting the industry broadly and widely. And really, DeFi is getting hit hard here. And again, it's not better. It's not superior. It's different. This is the reason why XRP Ledger DeFi has a different design, because banks, they can't have this kind of thing. And so you're really servicing a different customer with different needs. And that's why I think really XRPL DeFi could be massive. It doesn't replace this type of thing, but it is a supplement. It is different, and it's really going out to a different customer. So we'll see how that plays out. Anthropic, they had their Mythos AI model, supposedly too powerful, couldn't allow it to be sent to the public, so they're sending it to choice partners so they can kind of test against their systems. Supposedly it's really good at hacking. Well, apparently some unauthorized users have got access to it, and I would guess it's probably China, but we'll see. And so if this thing's out in the wild, it could cause a lot of disruption out there in systems. Hopefully that's not the case, but it very well could. It could be very damaging if something like that got out. It really reveals about these frontier AI containment models. It's hard to contain them. If it gets into the wrong hands, they're going to cause a lot of problems out here. Like anything, a powerful tool could be used for good or bad. This is something that they're going to have to secure better than this. Not a good look for Claude. They've had a couple leaks here with Anthropic as of recently, and hopefully they can get a hold on this, because something like that gets out there, they're going to attack banking systems, major companies. It ain't going to be good. Can you imagine if you give the North Korean hackers who are already world-class access to something like this, man, it's going to be all over Red Rover. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.